1 is 10 Plus, ridden by Kevin Mooney. 2 is Strands of Gold, ridden by Peter Scudamore. 3, I Haven't a Light, Ronnie Began. And 4, Against the Grain, Richard Dunwoody. That's the quartet in the Bradstone Mandarin Handicap Chase. 3 1/4 miles.
Is the favourite now, 11 to 10. Strands of Gold, 11 to 8. Against the Grain has just gone from 6s to 5 to 1, so that's coming in a bit. And I Haven't a Light, 33 to 1.
21 fences this time, the NSE Gold Cup course, of course, and virtually inseparable at the first. Strands of Gold, 10 Plus together. And Against the Grain, then I Haven't a Light, who are matching strides just behind him. Skew on the inside at the ditch. 10 Plus and Strands of Gold. It's 10 Plus nearest to us, of course. Strands of Gold on the far side. Against the Grain, and I Haven't a Light as they jump the next. Over the third. Strands and 10 Plus. I Haven't a Light and Against the Grain. Offering 6 to 4 Strands there at the moment in running. The fourth. Strands 10 Plus, I Haven't a Light. Good jump, I Haven't a Light. Fourth Against the Grain. And Strands to the right, I Haven't a Light to the left. Between them 10 Plus, Against the Grain is fourth. So swinging out of the backstretch on this first circuit. Strands of Gold with his ears pricked to the right as we see them. 10 Plus, just shading him by a fraction. I Haven't a Light and Against the Grain on the inner. As they race towards the cross fence, this quartet racing for a first prize of 4,260 in the Bradstone Mandarin. Number 6 this. 10 Plus and Strands of Gold. 10 Plus, a very good jump there. 10 Plus from Strands of Gold with Against the Grain on his outside. I Haven't a Light, just the back marker of the quartet now as they swing into the home turn. Four to jump in the straight. Coming to a plain one now before the next open ditch. Number 7. 10 Plus, jumping big and bold from Strands of Gold and Against the Grain, and I Haven't a Light, and now they come to a ditch. Ten Plus, Strands of Gold. Strands of Gold just has a little bit of a look at that and lost a little bit of ground in the process, coming to what will be the second last on the next circuit. The 9th. 10 Plus from Strands of Gold. Against the Grain, then I Haven't a Light. Kevin Mooney from Peter Skew at the moment. 10 Plus from Strands of Gold. Close Against the Grain, then I Haven't a Light. Now the water, number 11. The only time, of course, the water. Strands of Gold on the far side of 10 Plus. Against the Grain, then I Haven't a Light. All jump it well to go out in the country on another complete circuit. 10 Plus, Strands of Gold. I Haven't a Light and Against the Grain. Kevin Mooney just stretching him a little bit on 10 Plus now as he comes to the 12th. 10 Plus from Strands of Gold. Good jump there by Strands of Gold on his inner. Third is Against the Grain, and 4 I Haven't a Light. This is the third of the 4 ditches. They jump it well, all of them. 10 Plus, Strands of Gold. I Haven't a Light and Against the Grain, about 3 lengths in arrears now. Number 14. 10 Plus on Strands of Gold. I Haven't a Light, jumped it third. 4 Against the Grain. Number 15, 10 Plus. Lands in the lead from Strands of Gold. Against the Grain, and I Haven't a Light. 6 out this is. They're offering even Strands of Gold in the ring. 10 plus lands in the lead. Offering 11 to 10 now, Strands of Gold in running. 10 plus with the advantage from Strands of Gold, tracking him Against the Grain on Strands of Gold's outside as they race towards the cross fence now. I Haven't a Light is fourth and having a job at the moment to keep in touch. This is 5 from home now in the Bradstone Mandarin. 10 plus with the advantage from Strands of Gold and Against the Grain. There's not a lot between them though. And Against the Grain jumps that best and comes out in front. Against the Grain towards the far side. 10 plus fighting back on the inner. Between horses is Strands of Gold, and this is some race. Into the home turn now with 4 left to jump. Half a mile to run. 10 plus on the far side. Lands just in the lead from Strands of Gold. There's nothing between them. Coming down to the final ditch now. 10 plus from Strands of Gold. Against the Grain is third. I Haven't a Light's out of touch. The last ditch, and 10 plus lands in the lead there from Strands of Gold. 10 plus at the second last, the leader from Strands of Gold. 10 plus lands 3 clear of Strands of Gold second. Against the Grain third. Coming down to the final fence now. And Kevin Mooney clear with Against the Grain moving into second now. And 10 plus looking as though he only has to jump it. He does it slowly, but well enough. Against the Grain is second, and third is Strands of Gold. Racing into the closing stages. 10 plus from Against the Grain. Racing up towards the line now. 10 plus from Against the Grain, and 10 plus is going to win the Bradstone Mandarin Handicap chase. Against the Grain puts in a good run, but he won't get to him. 10 plus is the winner. Against the Grain is second, and third is I Haven't a Light ahead of Strands of Gold 4, and so the result is first. Number 1, 10 plus, owned by Mr. Basil Thwaites, trained by Fulk Walwyn and ridden by Kevin Mooney. Second was number 4, Against the Grain, owned by Mr. H.B. Schuler, trained by David Nicholson, ridden by Richard Dunwoody. And third was number 3, I Haven't a Light, owned by Torsiflex Limited, trained by Charles Brooks and ridden by Ronnie Beck. And fourth was Strands of Gold. This is the winner.
11 to 10 favourite. The second, number 4, Against the Grain, 5 to 1. And third, number 3, I Haven't a Light, 33 to 1. And there were 4 runners.